Today's InfoHub Extended, we take you to one of the savannah's hidden gems, the Kumu Falls. Whether it's dipping in the cool, refreshing water or just relaxing and enjoying nature, the Kumu Falls is an ideal spot. Located about 30 miles from the Lethem town in Region 9, the scenic location is the perfect place for a weekend picnic or any other day when you just need a place to relax or commune with nature.
The future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.
As visitors enter the area, they are greeted with the sounds of water tumbling down the rocky mountainsides and birds chirping. The falls, which lies at the foot of the Kumu Mountains, have multiple layers and stretches through the village before pouring into the Takatu River. A 10-minute walk through track will take you through the first layer of the waterfalls. Visitors are greeted with the simply breathtaking sight of water tumbling over the grey-brown huge rocks in a cold, never-ending white spray. Another 10-minute walk over large rocks and a few hops over small streams lies another layer that is twice the size of the first, surrounded by lush, multicolored greenery. For those who prefer a more relaxing atmosphere, there are a number of palm-thatched benabs with seats and tables located upon entry of the area. More intrepid visitors can take the day-long trek to the 3,500 feet Schomburg Peak, the highest mountain in this part of the Kumu. The top of the mountain is the habitat of the rare cock of the rock. There, the males court the females on the flat rocks on the peak, and visitors always get to see the gymnastics of their mating dance. The Kumu Falls has been attracting visitors for years. In recent times, with the development of trails, the number of local and international visitors, including Brazilians, has significantly increased. The falls can be found in the village of Kumu, a satellite community of St. Ignatius Village. The senior councillor, Emmerich Francis, explains that the name is derived from the Makushi word, Kumua.
The warden is a Makushi name, and my grandparents say Kumua. Kumua is a little material they use for making their nibis and many more materials they used to have, their craft and so on. It was on the right bank, on this bank here, years ago. Just like a nibi, the vine is plenty. But what damaged it? It was fire years ago. Years ago, people set fire and destroyed all this material. This was the only the hill where had all of these resources, named as Kumua, right? So the wording more it was Makushi Kumua. But a little later down, somebody fixed it up and called it Kumu. So we're trying to put the word Makushi first and then Kumu second, right? So that's how it gets its name.
Francis said the residents are very protective of the falls, as many depend on it for their livelihoods. It is for this reason the village council has sought to put systems in place to prevent any contamination of the environment while generating income through development of Kumu Falls as a tourism package.
We have a lot of people enter into our Kumu Falls, but we never promote it more like to market. And we never had a monitoring entry to our falls. Many people enter without permission to our Kumu Falls, which we have the village council that could be benefiting, or the community should be benefiting from not our local people from out Lethem and Bonfim alone, but from people from outside. And so I show you the toll gate we built. People enter into our Kumu Falls and also to the mountains. So I believe with that, we need to improve on our Kumu Falls here. Then we could start marketing on whatever it is. Because all activities they have in Region 9 or Lethem, many people visit our falls. but we never knew how. I think now we're thinking of it. We have our people there ready. We have guides, and maybe we will do many more other things. Another thing what we didn't prepare here is rules, because if we have enough tourists to come in here, we have to make them respect our rules. Or maybe some people will want to use soap to bathe in there. So we're thinking about if we could get a shower somewhere that we could attract where you bathe before you go back. You know, all of those we are thinking about, right? So I think it's important we understand the falls for our village, our community, and many more people who come in from outside.
With the influx of persons traveling to the falls, Francis says the village is in the process of developing a plan to further improve the community's services.
We want to build a cabin just down there, a cabin that where people will rest their baggages, their bikes or their vehicles, and then head here. Not only that, we will be preparing to have our local stuff. Maybe we have the tomato pot, we will have other dishes, what we make, and even other crafts what our people will make. So I think that will help us, even for people who come into our Kumu Falls. I was thinking myself as a Tushaw, if we could have had a souvenir that I could have give you from our falls or the mountain, what it means. So I think that is where we are focusing into right now, into tourism. And our falls is one of the ones. I think we have the potential, is just me and my people to go into that. We are the closer village to Letem, the airport, and to Brazil. So it's just me and my people together. We need to improve on our Kumu Falls and the mountains and so on.
Kumu is a quite close-knit community of approximately 400 mainly Makushi tribe residents. Some of the homes, scattered across the community, are built with concrete and zinc, but most are built of mud brick with thatched roofs. The community has a nursery and primary schools, health centre, computer hub, and a newly constructed multi-purpose centre. Plans are on stream to expand the multi-purpose centre to accommodate a craft centre for the women.
We ask and see how we could extend the multi-purpose, because we need to build a craft centre, we need to get all of those with elder people, you know. So that's why we're thinking of how we will use other presidential grants if we have, or we get funding from outside, wherever we get assistance from, maybe the government or our ministry, then we will extend to see how we could get it.
Francis said the village council is in the process of establishing a uniform housing area that will be located in proximity to the school, health centre and other amenities. Under their community development project, the village is developing a cattle ranch where livestock to produce meat, milk and leather will be reared.
This is our CDP project. This is the vaquero house in the project here. It is a vaquero house what we constructed here, ourselves here too. And this is the ranch area, the site of the ranch. We'll build a corral along there. To the east, you see some woods there. That's for the fencing. That's for the fencing of the paddock. That we want to do managing of cattle rearing here, not just lose the animals in the savannas. So you see down there, we have the wires all purchased already. We will get our vaquero house here. A vaquero will come to stay here, who will be looking after the cows. We just stopped because of the rainy season. We believe at a long term at this cattle rearing, we was watching that we will get beef in the community. We'll get milk, fresh milk for our village, our community, because we have a hot meal kitchen. I think that could help the school, that could help the community at a cheaper price, that if we could get milk and beef. And then to extend, we could start to sell out. Maybe our brothers in St. Ignace, maybe in Mokomoko, wherever, and also in Letem. And I think that is where we will get our income for our community members, the young people, and whoever we believe come in a little later. So we believe that was a long-term project at this cattle rearing we have.
The project will create employment for several persons in the community.
Kumu Village is using national programs such as the Hinterland Employment and Youth Service, HAZE, to foster youth development.
15-year-old school dropout Marissa Campion has a passion for sewing. She is one of many youths in Kumu who was able to develop her skills through collaborative efforts.
I started sewing too, where the village council and me see how he wanted young girls to be interested in sewing for the village. Sewing school uniform for the school.
The village council has made the recently constructed multi-purpose centre available to Campion, along with a sewing machine. From Monday to Friday, she can be seen at the center sewing uniforms for the students in the community. The HAZE program was a life changer for Gibson Francis, who dropped out of school at the tender age of 12. The now 17-year-old owns one of the largest grocery shops in central Kumu. The young entrepreneur said he owns everything to the administration and to his parents who supported him.
Since I started this business, it's from the HAZE program. When I studied a little bit of thing about business, and I decided to create one. Well, this business is a small business.
Using the skills acquired and $120,000 saved through the HAZE program with an added $50,000 grant, 3 friends pooled their resources and established 3 Friends Grocery Shop. Their dream is to acquire their own building and expand their business.
We have plans to expand, and later we see how the business go along, and we plan to expand in the future. This help us as the youths in the community to benefit more, and we ask that the government he continue this program for other youths.
Kumu also has a vibrant cultural group, which allows the young people to maintain and preserve their culture through dance and art and craft. Group leader Odelia Francis said it has allowed youths to travel to other parts of the world and experience other indigenous cultures.
I just decided to get these young people to keep them busy and at the same time for them to be exposed out. It helped them to go out to see other places. In 2015, we went in Brazil to open the Three Nation Festival. Yes, and it was real good. They enjoyed it all. They brought back other ideas, like, it really was good. And then we went to Brazil, other parts in Roraima, in Bonfim area. To there we went. Then we took part in the last year's heritage in Georgetown. We went. It was really good. The group is a happy one. They like the work.
Councillor Francis says his plan is to create an environment where young people will be able to realize their potential and contribute meaningfully to society.
But we are focusing on our young people, especially the school dropout, with no job and all of those stuff. Not letting them to go out from our community to another region or like, for example, Brazil.
Youth participation in community development activities can be beneficial, and as experienced in Kumu, they bring innovation, creativity, and energy to community development.
The future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.
So the next time you're considering where to spend your leisure time in the hinterland, remember the Kumu Falls, the hidden gem of the savannas. Thanks for watching. Do join us again. Goodbye.